Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What people do in no money, what they at you in no at you. Could be money miss away in the yellow correct you. Use the youth the money waste and must have man to statue. Say me like a catch you, but they got in a figure you. Take this script of money, God and say that is not you. One day the man above end up in my got up. Too much it in the kitchen, some fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me
300% free.
It burn me
garbage pile of the day.
It burn me
Give the teacher them
It
raise.
burn me
I see corruption peace.
It burn me
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
Come me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The already promise it, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, the rapper,
Western St. Thomas, Mr. James Robertson. Members of Parliament for Eastern St. Thomas, Mrs. Michelle Charles. My fellow councillors, ladies and gentlemen, and citizens of the wonderful parish, good afternoon. I stand before you today humbled and honored to be your mayor. This is not just a victory for me, but for all of us who believe in community prosperity and unity. As your mayor, I pledge to serve each of you with dedication, dignity, and integrity. Together, we will work to address the challenges facing our parish to build a brighter future for our generation to come.
Labor right. If we get it, we wait this evening. When we done, on our eat dog and puss this evening like Louis Chin. And Louis Chin may soon start chopping up and adding up to rice or noodle in a bowl. Good evening, my people. Good evening and welcome. You must be surprised, but not too surprised as to why we are out here this early this evening. But of course, the sitting of the House of Representatives resumes this evening, and we hope, as the Prime Minister promised, that the Integrity Commission report will be tabled because he is eager to know what's in it. eager as much as us. They are bailing into Parliament at the moment. I will keep an eye on them until they get on the way to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good evening and welcome. Let me just tap into what she here is saying.
In thy name, do most humbly beseech thee to send down thy heavenly wisdom.
I pray this in our prayer.
Direct and guide us in all our consultations.
Never mind.
And grant that
I pray the beast, says she a prayer. But good evening, everyone, and welcome. How do you do? Beat and Teach, Arlene Foster, Debbie Jervis, Abina Sarkodie, Marcia Thomas, Sunshine, Keith Matthews, Sharon Bernard, Marcia Thomas, Michelle McIntosh, Colin Richards, Evan Riley, The Empty Vessel. Who else is here? Ekron Sound System, Coletta Turner, Claudette McKay, Matthew Lewis, Norman, Jason Kane, Annie Jones. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Good evening. Let's listen in for a bit.
You may be seated.
Lilith Foster.
This honorable house now resume its sitting. It is indeed a great honor and pleasure to welcome all of you to the sitting of the Honorable House of Representatives on Tuesday, September 17, 2024. I would like to extend a special welcome to those who are joining us online via the various social media platforms and the Public Broadcasting Corporation of Jamaica live stream. Call of the roll.
Mrs. Holness, Mr. Bartlett, Mr. Holness, Mr. Clark, Dr. Chang, Ms. Grange, Mrs. Williams, Mrs. Malahoo Fort, Dr. Tufton, Mr. Mackenzie, Mr. Chuck, Mr. Vaz, Mr. Charles, Mr. Green, Mr. Morgan, Mr. Hutchinson, Mr. Terrelong, Dr. Dunn, Mrs. Cuthbert Flynn, Mr. Main, Mr. Davis, Mr. Witter, Mr. Brown, Dr. Brownberg, Dr. Charles, Mr. Chin, Mr. Cousins, Ms. Crawford, Ms. Daly, Ms. Davis, Mr. Golding, Mr. Graham, Dr. Guy, Ms. Hamilton, Ms. Hannah, Mr. Enriquez, Mr. Henry, Mr. Hilton, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Lawrence, Ms. Lee, Mr. Miller, Mr. Montague, Ms. Morrison, Mrs. Nita Garvey, Mr. Paulwell, Mr. Phillips, Dr. Phillips, Mr. Robertson, Mr. Robinson, Mr. Samuda, Mr. Shaw, Mr. Siblis, Mr. Slowly, Mrs. Vaz, Mr. Warmington, Dr. Wheatley, Mr. Williams, Mr. Wilson, and Mr. Wright. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Madam. At this time, let us welcome Ms. Tamisha McIntyre, our Senior Legislative Counsel, who has joined the team at Parliament. Thank you. Statement by ministers. Announcement. Announcement.
Laid on the table of the House are the following: annual report and audited financial statements of the Rural Water Supply Limited for the financial years 2019-2020 and 2020-2021. Annual report of the National Land Agency for the financial year 2010-2011. Annual report of the land divestment for the financial year 2021-2022. Annual report and audited financial statements of the Jamaica Mortgage Bank for the financial year 2021-2022. Annual report and audited financial statements of the Culture, Health, Arts, Sports, and Education Fund for the financial year 2022-2023. Annual report of the Tourism Development Company Limited for the financial year 2021-2022. Annual report of the Jamaica Business Development Corporation for the financial year 2021-2022. Annual report of the Export-Import Bank of Jamaica for the financial year 2022-2023. Annual report of the Southeast Regional Health Authority for the financial years 2016-2017, 2017-2018, and 2018-2019, along with their respective ministry papers numbered 40, 41, and 42 of 2024. Annual report of the Harmonization Limited Group for the financial years 2015-2016, 2016-2017, 2017-2018, and 2018-2019, along with their respective ministry paper numbered 43 of 2024. Annual reports of the Harmonization Limited Groups for the financial years 2019-2020, 2020-2021, and 2021-2022, along with their ministry paper numbered 44 of 2024. Annual reports of the Forestry Department for the financial year 2014-2015, with its ministry paper numbered 45 of 2024. Ministry papers entitled Cabinet Agenda Issues numbered 46 to 49 of 2024, dated April 8, 15, 22, and 29th of 2023. Ministry paper numbered 50 to 53 of 2024, dated May 6, 13, 20, and 27 of 2023. Ministry paper numbered 54 to 56 of 2024, dated November 6, 13, and 20 of 2023. Ministry paper numbered 57 to 59 of 2024, dated December 4, 11, and 18 of 2023. Ministry paper numbered 60 to 62 of 2024, dated January 15, 22, and 29 of 2024. Ministry paper numbered 63 to 64 of 2024, dated February 5 and 12 of 2024, and ministry paper numbered 65 to 68 of 2024, dated March 4, 11, 18, and 25th of 2024. Ministry paper numbered 69 of 2024, entitled subscription to available shares under the Inter-American Investment Corporation Second General Capital Increase. Annual report of the Financial Services Commission for the year 2021-2022 and its related ministry paper numbered 70 of 2024. Annual report of the Statistical Institute of Jamaica for the year 2020-2021, along with its ministry paper numbered 71 of 2024. Annual report of the Planning Institute of Jamaica for the year ended December 31, 2022, along with its ministry paper numbered 72 of 2024. Annual reports of the Jamaica Customs Agency for the years 2015, 2016, 2016, 2017, and 2017, 2018, along with its ministry paper numbered 73 of 2024. The Auditor General's Department certified appropriation accounts under Head 28058 for the Judiciary, Head 28058 recurrent for the Judiciary for the year 2020 and 2021, and Head 15,000 recurrent, the Office of the Prime Minister for the year 2021-2022. The Integrity Commission's investigation report into the statutory declarations submitted by the Most Honorable Mr. Andrew Holness, Prime Minister, for the years 2019-2022 in respect of concerns that he owns assets disproportionate to his lawful earnings and that he made false statements in his statutory declarations by way of omissions contrary to the law and its indicative ruling. Integrity Commission's addendum to report of investigation conducted into the statutory declarations submitted by the Most Honorable Prime Minister for the years 2019 to 2022 in respect of concerns that he owns assets disproportionate to his lawful earnings and that he made false statements in his statutory declarations by way of omissions contrary to the law. Integrity Commission's report of investigation concerning allegations of irregularities and conflicts of interest in relation to the operations of the Carl Ratchford Staff College, Department of Correctional Services. Integrity Commission's report of investigation concerning allegations of impropriety and irregularity in the utilization of the limited tender and direct contracting procurement methodologies in the award of contracts to Nubian One Construction Limited for the period January 2016 to August 2019. The Jamaica Gazette Supplement Proclamations, Rules and Regulations 1461, Volume 147, dated Wednesday, August 14, 2024, number 234, enclosing the Emergency Powers Parish of Clarendon Regulations 2024 under the Emergency Powers Act. The Jamaica Gazette Supplements, Proclamations, Rules and Regulations 1867, Volume 147, dated Friday, September 13, 2024, number 297, enclosing the Emergency Powers Parish of Clarendon number 2 Regulations of 2024 under the Emergency Powers Act. And finally, the Jamaica Gazette Supplement Proclamations, Rules and Regulations 1457, Volume 147, dated Wednesday, August 14, 2024, number 233, enclosing the Constitution of Jamaica. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, just a question. I saw in the press release that the Integrity Commission had circulated that there is a special report under Section 36.3 that was submitted to the Parliament. Could you, Madam Clerk, indicate whether or not there is another report that has been received and has not been tabled today?
Madam Clerk.
Thank you. We have tabled all the reports that we have received from the Integrity Commission that would have arrived at the Parliament prior to its commencement today. Thank you.
So we are all clear on that all reports from IC has been tabled. Members, just a little reminder that when you stand to speak, you have to allow me time to turn your mic on, or else you won't be heard or recorded. Bills brought forward from the Senate.
The following is a message from the
Go ahead, madam.
The following is a message from the President of the Senate. To the Honorable House of Representatives, I have the honor to advise the Honorable House of Representatives that on the 26th day of July 2024, the following bills were passed without amendments. An Act to amend the Representation of the People Act, an Act to amend the Income Tax Act, an Act to amend the Road Traffic Reprieve and Nullification of Prescribed Notices Act, Thomas Tavares Finson, OJ, CD, KC, JP, President of the Senate.
Petitions, papers, report from committees, notice of motion given orally.
Notice that at the next meeting of the House, I will move to introduce and have read the first time a bill shortly entitled the International Church of the Foursquare Gospel in Jamaica, Incorporation and Vesting Act 2024. And Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Finance, I beg to give notice that at the next meeting of the House, I will move to introduce and have read the first time a bill shortly entitled the Financial Investigations Division Amendment Act 2024.
Question and answers to questions.
Will the House Leader indicate when the outstanding questions will be answered?
I must admit, Mr. Speaker, that I have not been briefed, but when I was looking at them and when the minister, relevant parties are here, I hope to hear from them. Okay? Hopefully soon.
Motions that may be made at the commencement of public business required notice. Motion relating to sitting of the House. Motions for leave to introduce bills. Presentation of bills without leave of the House first obtained. Public business.
Which will be provided today. And the Minister of Education and also the Minister of Labor and Social Security. I ask now, Mr. Speaker, for recommittal of the item statement of ministers. Recommittal.
The request is on the floor for the recommittal. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Ayes have it. Honorable Favour Williams, MP, Minister of Education and Youth. You now have the floor, madam. Before you stand, madam, are there copies for a perusal of the members?
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up.
Madam, you can stand and it will be distributed. So, if you see your time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the recent Category 5 Hurricane Beryl dealt a massive blow to the infrastructure of the education sector, but not to the resilience of our parents, teachers, and students. A total of 362 or 36% of our schools were damaged by Hurricane Beryl. The destruction was in all parishes, but the severity was felt most in the parishes of St. Anne, Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Manchester, and Clarendon. 81 of the 108 most damaged schools were in these parishes. Mr. Speaker, Hurricane Beryl struck on July 3, giving us only 8 weeks in which to pick up the education sector from its knees and get the massive school infrastructure back so that students, teachers, and administrators had a chance of returning to school for the new school year on September 2nd, 2024. Mr. Speaker, we did it. We went steadfastly fixing the schools, keeping our focus on the anticipated September 2 deadline. We prioritized the 362 schools into 3 priority groups. Priority 1, 107 schools that were so damaged that they would not be able to be reopened unless work was done to restore them. Priority 2, 139 schools that were damaged but would not be prevented from reopening, and the work would be done while schools are in operations. Priority 3, 116 schools with lesser damage and work that will be done while schools are in session. Madam Speaker, I'm pleased to note the resilience of the education sector, along with the dedication and hard work of the teams at the Ministry of Education and Youth. While infrastructure was damaged, our resolve was not, and we have built back better, and our system is coming back stronger. So Mr. Speaker, I knew it was very hot air on the part of the opposition when their spokesman on education declared that most schools will not be ready for September. Mr. Speaker, what can go so? He and his team clearly had no idea of the work being done to get our schools ready for September morning. We are ready. To all our students all across Jamaica, we're making the education system better for you. Mr. Speaker, the education sector is in full gear. Today, we released the PET
Hold on there, we are
results
going to turn
for
down
regions
Favour and
into their
talk because
schools.
I know the copy taking with there
I'm
for
happy to
Favour.
report that those children who took PEP
So,
4 last year have done noticeable.
we don't want to listen Favour, or we can turn down Favour and talk. You let me know if you don't want to listen. The copy taking you can listen, but please let me know if you don't want to continue to listen or otherwise, because the statutory declaration of the Prime Minister is up on the Integrity Commission website now. You all know say me a capital dunce, big letter dunce written all across me forehead. I want a whole heap of number. Turn her off then say, shut her up them say. Shut your mouth, Favour, shut your beak. The people says, shut it, Favour. So the Prime Minister's statutory declaration for this one is for which year? When I know say I hope a number, and know say me dance. So me don't understand a thing where they are so. Screenshot away. So this one is the 2019. Let me hold on. Let me also open the 20. Hold on. What me have up here? So 2022 and 2019. So we need to open 2018. So me have all of them where we can slip across, but I don't know me I don't. So I don't understand the thing where I'm going. Yeah, so. Because all me I look for to be a number and it confused me bad. Right. Let's go over which we have the 3 stats deck that is up. So that's 19. Where are we? That's 22. So this is over there. Lord Jesus, my fool. I think this is the right one. Hold on. This year, 2019, 2022. Why did I need to open 2018? Why 2019 come? Hold on. I just need to have all of them. The 2 of them still come up as the 2019 date. But anyway, never mind. This is what, which one, this one. I'm going to read a screenshot for myself. Notice is hereby given pursuant to section 42, subsection 3, subparagraph B of the Integrity Commission Act 2017, that a summary of the statutory declaration and asset, liability, and income as of December 31st, 2018 for the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister, is published as below. So these are for liabilities for Andrew Holness, summary of income, asset, and liability of declarants, spouse, and children as of December 31, 2018. So, I can't tell you what they instruct me a bit. Sorry. But you can look for yourself where they be. Me don't know where they be. Me not go confuse myself. Sorry. So, you have a screenshot, and if you don't know what them talk about, you don't know. If you're not helpless like me, God help you now. If you're not helpless like me, God help you. But me now go can. Other people will be able to do the money breakdown for you, but me can't go roll it past, you know. My girl that way, my lady that was she named Zara will help put this in context. Phone in the next few hours. They must be writing away by now. So, total income, I don't understand. 15, whatever that is. Total asset, 161, whatever that is. Total liability, 22, whatever that. I don't know, people. Sorry. I don't know when it comes to number, me dance. But see the crookery part here. The Integrity Commission hereby certifies that the statutory declaration submitted by the declarant have been examined and is satisfied that a full declaration has been made in accordance with the provision of the Act. Okay, let's move to the next summary, because it's only summary them put up for now. You know. Let's move to the next summary. So same as follows. But one of them, there's a spooky bit to it when we get there. Me will show now. When it get there. No, it's not this one. This one had the same. This is the one that have the spooky bit at the end. Salary. So the salary gone down here, so the other one, them the salary used to be 15. Hold on. I forget, I'm not changing the. Hold on, my people. Me forget when I never see the changes. Let me show the changes of this one. Yeah, so this one in now. This is the 2022 one. But, all right, hold on then. Where so mean? Is it 10 million something Jamaica dollar, yeah? This is 2020 declaration. Hold on there. So, oh yes, so in a 2018, a 15 whatever salary, me not understand. That's why I say the number sensible people them, we have to explain them something at all. No? Me not understand what I want to say. Me an idiot. But the part where me want to show now, in this year one, yeah. Look. The Integrity Commission hereby certify that the statutory declaration submitted by the above declarants has been examined. Based on the examination, which does not constitute an audit, that is spooky bit for me, it appears that the declaration has been duly completed in accordance with the provision of the Act. That is a spooky bit for me, Justice Seymour Panton. I don't know whether it appears without audit. That is a spooky bit for me. But back to yes, Debbie, you understand numbers, so you can analyze these numbers for your life because no know say me backwards like whatever when it comes to number. But Cliff, what Cliff then? So want to fix Cliff propaganda because they send them a report. So want to this story with Cliff and Juliet and they make up to smear the IC. What do you hear about no report related to the 4 bank account what we are here about? Or a make-up story, or them hide? When I did hear that? I don't think I heard anything more than this, the chief statutory declaration where them release for Andrew Holness this evening. Because other than that, me not see no other IC report pop up on the website, because normally once the tabling has been done in Parliament, then you would get the reports coming up on live. But me not see none of that sort there. I go on at the moment. I think this government must be. But Debbie will do an analysis of these numbers on her show this evening. But maybe then talk about the Prime Minister whole heap of account where them make up story about or them hide the report about. Because Cliff them give a well outlined story, you know. So them need to talk now where them get the story from if a report like that is not tabled in Parliament. Wouldn't that be fair to say? But let's pick up on some issue what we want to pick up on. Oh, this was a beautiful sunset in London this evening. Beautiful piece of sunset. Another of the Jacksons have died. Let me know if you've been disturbed by the noise of PBCJ, because I have it playing in my background just in case I need to tap into anything else they're saying. But for now, we will get on with our discussion. Also, we want to say condolences to the Jackson family. Also, the mogul has been charged with sex trafficking and racketeering. That is the development that will be watched, isn't it? President Trump has lost another legal battle, this time against Eddie over the Electric Avenue song. So, why, President Trump, you and the law? This year, 1 year, make we negotiate, sir. Make we negotiate. Make we negotiate. You want to get rid of with drugs? Where you claim say we're either process, distributor, or whatever. And we want to get rid of your gun them. We're kill we have. Make we meet one another halfway, President Biden. Hold on there. Hold on. Angela Brownberg and somebody have it out. Hold on, and pick them up, have it out in there.
Members, if I have to rule, I will rule. I'm asking us to behave in a civil manner. And I must remind us all that when you rise on a point of order, it's not to make a statement, but to ask a question.
I'm sure the document will be here pretty soon. So I appreciate member for the comment. But what I will do, we're going to start off with a light statement. I'm going to email it to you.
Johnny H, thank you, thank you.
Minister, can you just take a seat for me? Member Brown Burke and Member Warmington. Please, the minister has the floor. And if I have to stop him once more, because of the crosstalk between both of you, then we will use the standing order to keep the house in order.
Mr.
Are you rising on a point of order? Are you? And it's a question. It's
of the statement from the minister.
so you're asking for the copy of the statement.
Before the minister proceeds.
Whilst you were outside,
yeah.
Member Brown Burke did ask a question. The answer was that he will have them provided as soon as possible because they were still being printed. Minister, you now have the floor.
Thank you, Speaker. I have actually sent my WhatsApp the first statement to Member Paulwell, Robinson, and Brown Burke. I hope they have the numbers of the other members on that side and can send it to them. Yes. Again, two statements today, Mr. Speaker. You know, we seem very energized today. Coming into the Parliament, I never knew. We seem to have a lot of energy today. Maybe we can direct it in the right way. Again, Mr. Speaker, I thank you and I crave the indulgence of colleagues. The first statement, a light statement that relates to several of us here, the commemoration of Senior Citizens Month 2024. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to address the House on the National Commemoration of Senior Citizens Month 2024, which is being observed in September under the theme Promoting Healthy, Active, Productive Aging. For the last 47 years, the nation has observed Senior Citizens Month to bring attention to the value of our...
Me not have time for Pernell, Charles. Right, let's get back to President Biden. As much as you want to help President Biden, we want to feel too. Meaning, say, like how you want to stop the drugs, you need to help with our fear end and stop the guns. Because both of them, President Biden, are reap havoc on both sides. So, like how you can take up wholeness and you can take police. When we never know the police could have get in an international conflict. But this America and their allies make we know say police can tackle international conflict. So help come from President Biden. Make sure say you help with stem the gun them and we help you stem the drugs them because see, this is idiot and him. Attacks. I defend sending police to Haiti. We never know say police deal with international galanging. Police we can't even manage their mandate within Jamaica. Police that cannot even manage their mandate within Jamaica. I got all the way a foreign. They go getting a people galangin. As well as Johnny H, I want to big up Belinda Briscoe, Vendetta, Mandela Strength, Hooja, Dr. Cup. Thank you all very much. You're gifted a membership by Johnny H. Thank you very much, Johnny. Thank you. Right. Let's get back to this man who claims it is okay, it is normal to send police go deal with international conflict. I don't know under what jurisdiction, but in the world where we live in, they can make it up as they go along. And that is really how we really got there. Hit the like button, my people. Support the program, please. Support the program. It's free. It's free to hit the like button. Always remember that it is free to hit the like button. It doesn't cost a thing other than a tap of the finger. Just hit the like button. The residents of Manchester, South Manchester residents, is battling with a terrible road condition, and they are bawling out for help. So whoever, Miguel Phillips down there, so or who, I don't know, but anyone out down there, so the people them say help, help. But we still await for Cliff. We want to hear what Cliff are going to come out with. Let me go up on Instagram. Go see if Cliff put out nothing over there. Report on PM statutory declaration tabled in Parliament. Lord Cliff at work already. Boy, Cliff done bad. Let me see what other propaganda he must spread over there. Hold on. Clerk to the House of Parliament, Colleen Law, a short while ago tabled the Integrity Commission long-awaited report into Prime Minister Andrew Holness' statutory declaration. So, nationwide, no have nothing else to say. TVJ. The Integrity Commission report sent to Parliament early September are due to be tabled today. There have been speculation that one of the report recent to the Prime Minister declaration, blah, blah, blah. Well, the Secret Service has seemed to have got involved in this. It's been swirling around since the recent assassination of Donald Trump. Elon Musk, which I think they need to curb his social media power because he's getting loonified with it and some way out of control. He's asking the question, why no one wants to kill Biden or Kamala? So, the people of Manchester, them want road. So we want them MP to sit towards them on that. What's next on our slide? Right. Some of Mark Golding's brilliant policy of Sunday is starting to come through in the media a bit today. Still being overshadowed by the optics, particularly of Vibes Cartel. But I noticed today some of his policies are being talked about in the media, and some analysts are hailing his speech on Sunday as his best ever, which there's a lot of improvement in Mark Golden, his presentation, his speech delivery. The whole overtone was a positive one, even though one of the analysts think the optic was good. I have reservation on that. These lot are saying, analysts in, I think at the Observer I saw saying, conference indicate the parties being united under Mark Golden. So those are good signs, rather than the current tirade of pulling down and demising, rather than doing fair reporting as the media should, but only sometimes serve the interest of who pays them. Corruption is rampant. Golden Blast JLP. This is something that they never highlight until today, but these are some of the highlights that you would expect to see in media coverage post a conference, if it is not overshadowed by the optic. And we'll get into the double standard of the optics a bit with some research we've stolen from Carlos. But we'll get into the optics of the double standard in a bit. Here again, where Mr. Golden was said on Sunday that when they come to government, they will aim to release table IC reports and have them up on Parliament website within 24 hours of being received. The other Maroon chiefs are saying Chief Curry's speech on Sunday is a wake-up call to the government, given that how this government has had a standoff with the Maroon community, unlike any other. This government have had a standoff. This government has been seen more than once, multiple times, as an aggressor to the Maroon community. The Prime Minister has refused outright to deal with the community too, even though they are collecting funding for the indigenous groups. They're still refusing to communicate with them because it doesn't suit the Prime Minister's whims and fancies. So the other previous Maroon leaders are saying this is a wake-up call to a government that has brushed an issue aside that is older than the state of Jamaica. Now, this Mr. Williams said he cannot vote for PNP in its current form. What was Clyde Williams referring to? Of the current form. And he's talking about the whole optics of cartel on stage on Sunday. But I want to say to Mr. Williams, because I'm moving on to the double standard of all of you. Did you not heard on Sunday when a councillor celebrated Skengdan? Are you not aware of Skengdan allegiance and alignment to the party before you was a part of it, and since you decide so you can vote for them in its current form. But is the double standard of our political class, where they're willing to roll in dirt to attain power, and then the minute they get to power, them jump up out of the hog pen and them want to act as if they've achieved what they achieve on the high road. That is how they behave. Like them achieve it on the high road. Like them never one line a dot like hog to get there. I have my views on the issue of Cartel and his influence and his appearance on stage, not at the conference. I don't want people to get this twisted. Not at the conference, on stage. You can't upset the people going at a conference. But hypocritically, the Jamaica Labour Party is in hissy and frenzy. And let me say this before. Cartel influence prior to prison and after prison, I thought were never good for Jamaican youths. If you just look on the issue of bleaching alone, it was never a good influence for Jamaican youths. And I still don't think he is. But one must recognize he has powerful influence. One party of a go on like one party a lot up with criminal or alleged criminal, or however you want to put it, somebody who went to prison for how much ever year for miscarriage of justice, however way you want to term it. But both parties have been doing it for quite a long time. Both parties have been lopping up gangsters, violent the violent side of the music industry. Both of you all have done it. This is nothing new. When Andrew Holness supported Cartel in 2015, Cartel was behind bars. It's not like he was on street and he was singing Kumbaya and going to church and all that. It was the same Cartel then who was charged and convicted for murder that the Prime Minister supported. So please don't come out here, Labour Party, with the double standard. Both of you are the same Kakama farms. Wanna wrap up with criminals, wanna wrap up with gangsters, wanna wrap up with all sort of unquestionable characters. Both sides of you. What uno don't feel come out here come do is play politics with we like uno holy now. No, uno not. If it did come out, come rub up with uno, it would be the same thing. Which I still wouldn't agree with none of uno at all. Look at the state of education. And that one of the focus span. Look at the state of crime. And look at the mindset Cartel is in. Yes, he may be a brilliant speaker in private. He may be very intelligent in private. In public, Cartel is very manipulative. It's just the truth. He understands how weak mind works. And he's a great manipulator. One must have to say that. if you're using that power adversely, it's just not good for the youth. It's just not. And at this point, no political party should have grab up cartel like that. We don't need to do go sort out corruption. Go sort out the justice system. And that's one of the concern about. The whole honor have disdain and distaste for him, but unwilling to use his influence to get power. And it's the same thing. The Integrity Commission refer such man to FID. They can clarify until investigation and audit. Okay. But the hypocrisy of these people, both honor, is plain. And this is why the optics of Sunday evening spoil Mark Golden. Because when you bring on cartel, when you bring on LA and all them every day, it takes away a lot of beautiful discussion, especially over the whole of yesterday, of one of the best speech we ever get from you outside of the budget presentation in March. Filled with policy. But most of that, Mark Golden, is drowned in the useless, not sought out optic that we saw on Sunday evening. If Cartel, after 14 years, came out of prison and in public, we can view him as somebody who is remorseful or change or what. But most people you hear in public saying he has learned nothing. Is that Jamaican youths are going to emulate him anyway. But when they see your prime ministers and your political class grab them up, they're even going to even more think they're legitimized in the way they behave and the influence that drives from them. Wayne Marshall, Prime Minister, is he not of questionable character? CVM, is he not of questionable character? The double standard of Jamaicans' political class and their business and upper class when it comes to number. And that's why I want to take up Kitty put pan CVM, you know. It's just because of numbers. Once anybody have big audience, wanna try get them because it's about audiencing. Really not about the people. And that's why the brilliance of Sunday evening got drawn out by the dumb optics of Cartel and L.A. Lewis. Useless nonsense. And the PNP must verify the money, that 2.7 million where L.A. Lewis saying go now. We don't need to verify to the public that that money is not counterfeit. We can't turn election into vlogging PNP. We can't garner vote based on vloggers' support and so it go. That's why we're not having a change in our politics. You can't keep manipulating the people. The whole thing about bringing cartel on stage, it's not about speaking, Sweeney. It's not about speaking. You see powerful people. How much people used to see just faint by the appearance of Michael Jackson, Sweeney? Influence. When you have certain influence, Sweeney, you really don't have to speak, you know. You really, Sweeney, do not have to speak when you have certain influence. That's why you see some people with a certain celebrity and pass out. Me and you would even look at them as people like me would even look at them, would pass a celebrity and don't know who they are. Some people will faint, and yes, Sweeney, that's what I'm talking about. The power of the influence. I'm not talking about cartel as a person coming to the conference. I'm not talking about cartel's political allegiance. That's not my business. The influence and how he uses it is my problem for Jamaicans youth. Because cartel, with the power and influence that he has, is very manipulative with it. Cartel is not the only one that is. But when you have that power, and if it's not used correctly, it can be devastating. So, at them something that we are talking about, why we say politicians should stay neutral of such influence, because we've seen over the years their influence to reggae music, i.e. particular dancehall music, when it comes to election time. And it's most of the time the grimy ones, the not so good to listen to, ones that you wouldn't think them boy they listen to, but I hit them come to the people with, because I hit them know say the people gravitate to. And it's the same way they're using entertainers and vloggers to garner people support. The reason why they're doing that, by and large, is because they know they are useless. What they should do or would do, if they're not that corrupt, they don't have to come out there and look your support. Like you see Taylor Swift or Oprah, whoever will talk who them are give them support to, or who them what then call the word for the presidency. If people see that the government or politician is doing something worthwhile, people will endorse them for their leadership rather than them run around following popular people or using popular people to manipulate you and get your support. I'm just so fed up of the games of politics and how it is being played adversely against the people. How it is being played adversely against the people. But then again, when Labour have them brilliant people here, that's what you get.
In potential of our parish, Bennett. Members of Parliament for Western St. Thomas, Mr. James Robertson. Members of Parliament for Eastern St. Thomas, Mrs. Michelle Charles. My fellow councillors, ladies and gentlemen, and citizens of the wonderful parish, good afternoon. I stand before you today humbled and honored to be your mayor. This is not just a victory for me, but for all of us who believe in community prosperity and unity. As your mayor, I pledge to serve each of you with dedication, dignity, and integrity.
And where the
Together,
blood clot this? And where the blood clot this?
To build a brighter future for our generation to come. I believe in potential.
Ramon Fisher, who is unavailable, absent, I happy for this opportunity to greet you today at the 2023 graduation at this School of Excellence. Graduation is a milestone of all levels. For the reason, I feel truly honored to be here at all wonderful occasion, annual graduation ceremony at the Old Harbour Primary School Institute of Excellence. It is great joy I am here today to assure you all graduates that I know you face a rough task throughout your preparation, your primary school year, especially during the pandemic, and with all the preparation for PEP. But I have no doubt the series of scare events you endure during the period has only made you stronger and more resilient for the road.
Could you repeat what you were saying?
Mr. McKenzie is suggesting that there's a certain level of partisanry on the part of how you allocate certain benefits at the municipal level.
Mr. McKenzie cannot come to this on this platform and say this is like that. What I have done is what he was practicing when he was the mayor. When he was the mayor and he gets the funding from the ministry, he shares it in a 100% basis. He gives the JLP 50% and they take 100%. And it is evident right now that is exactly what I'm doing.
Hold on. That math's not sound right. If you get $100 million, you take 100% and get the PNP 50?
Get half of it.
No, that's not. No. Something
that's what he was doing.
No, but you can't have 150% or something, sir. How much would you take and how much would you give the PNP?
If he gets $10 to share for the councillors.
Yes.
If the PMP would get 100 or $50 out of $10, and the JLP will get $25.
Oh, hold on. Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Arithmetic not right. You get $10. You get $10.
All right. Let me break it.
So you get $10 to spend, right? Total.
And the JLP get $5.
50%, yes?
Yes.
And the PNP and the JLP and the PNP would get how much?
The PNP gets, whenever time the PNP gets any money, whether $20 or $10, if they get $20, the JLP get $10.
Oh, so
if they get $10, the JLP get $5.
So it's 50-50 share it?
Right.
Oh.
I'm grateful, sir. Lion! Draw out everything. I show the world.
Jamaica. These people are your legislators at your local government. They're your local government policy makers. And them can't read something where somebody writes, give them because them can't write it themselves. You see the problem at our local government? When nobody there not understand what they're doing? Do you really see the problem at our local government? No, talk truth. Can't count, can't read, make up word, give it. Dignification, indignification, whatever vacation the JLP them want make up give it. You see where it is, Jamaica? Why nothing has been done at our local government level? There's more done than that, you know. Darrell Vaz did have one up the name Diane something or another. Herman something or other. Dunce like that. Nowhere James Robertson.
Members of Parliament for Western Central.
Come from.
Members of Parliament for Eastern Central, Mrs. Michelle Charles. My fellow councillors, ladies and gentlemen, and citizens of the wonderful parish.
This is the chair
Good afternoon.
of the Municipal Corporation.
I stand.
This is the same man that doesn't know that he's the one that should call the local government the by-election. You see, Jamaica people, where politicians can bribe on for vote for bullshit and end up with caca-fat hole, them something have to change, you know. Jamaica, them something have to change. How do you expect to get anywhere? How do you expect to get anywhere continuing like this? What you say? Canadian girl, the former councillor of the Dallas tribe, she can, what she name? I know she named, but anyway, JLP people, I remember said George Stool could only wheel us, George Wright could only wheel a stool. JLP just make duns. I mean, them band, them make duns. It's like them can't help it. And if them go to school, we don't say Andrew drop out with doctorate and honorary PhD and honorary doctorate, and him still duns. I mean, look on Dana, Nesta, Faval. Them still duns. Listen to Darrell and Darrell. Still listen to Everett Warmington. Very duns. J.C. Hutchison must down a sentence better look after donkey. Mike Henry, wherever they on a get up call Mike Henry name. You know how long by election could I have? Should I have for Mike Henry? Mike Henry is incapacitated. Mike Henry bedridden. Mike Henry cannot function. And we are pay Mike Henry fill it down pan bed, and I call Mike Henry name pan roll call every moment what's it narrow hit clock there. And we think this is sensible politics coming from the JLP, where the JLP can have so much people across the country unrepresented, violation of our election laws. Celia James. Lord Jesus. Oh, Celia, the one who did rock up under Miss Feather. Celia, the one who did cuss Feather baby mother, Canadian girl, isn't it? It's sad. It's very sad. Wilmington should be a market. No, sir. Don't talk them something that Johnny H. Cause me used to live at Old Harbor or Panton Lane, and me used to buy things out of Old Harbor market a lot. The nearest mother, if any of you ever go to Mandeville market in the 80s and 90s, I don't know one brown dragon, because she's a dragon, she's terrible. In a Mandeville market named Miss Millie. Miss Millie is the most terrible market woman across Jamaica. If anybody who know Mandeville market, I know Miss Millie. No, sir, don't match Everett Warmington to Old Harbor market woman. Miss Millie is the closest you could have put Everett Warmington to Miss Millie terrible. When Miss Millie run up under you, I mean Miss Millie run up under you with bulldozer. when Miss Millie run up under you, you have to provide space for Miss Millie bulldozer because she a rich. Hey, if you ever hear Miss Millie cuss, nobody can stand up to Millie. So anybody you have to match Everard to would be Miss Millie down a Mandeville Market. Terrible old juggernaut. Terrible. But this is where we get from the Jamaica Labour Party, especially in the 2020 election, the 2020 election, and to creep up one whole heap of duns and buy seat give them. Therefore, you see Andrew have 48 teeth with him and cannot find a finance minister from amongst them. Is struggling to come up with a finance minister from among him. And look how much teeth he pick up money by a seat. You couldn't pick up money and buy a seat for any amount of politician. Give him a splendid majority when you want. How is it, Johnny H? Okay. Yeah, I used to live in Old Harbor one at a time. Jamaicans, if when we are going to vote for these people and they can come to it and outline and articulate what they are going to do for you and what policy idea they have to implement it. If them just come open bar on a shop, or come ask gonna own a drink, or come go on a t-shirt with a $5,000 or $10,000 up in it, reject them. Reject them. You don't have to vote for policy. If you don't vote for policy, your country not gonna get it. What you're voting for is tribalry. That's why tribalism in our politics is so high. Because that's what we focus on. But Cliff Hughes, we need to know the glorious report where Ann George come out with, say somebody leaked to UNO. And we don't hear nothing of that sort from the IC yet. And them call out a whole heap of things. What them claim say them at table. The Prime Minister's statutory declaration for 3 of the outstanding years have been now published on the IC website. Those of you who understand how to navigate your way through numbers will do. Debbie Jervis will be going through them later because she will understand how to navigate through it. In February 2022, Mike Henry attended my grandfather's funeral, and they have to carry him in and out. Lawrence, I'm quite sure, wasn't it at the 2020 general election campaign? They did have to carry Mike on table, got Mike Henry yard. So Mike Henry speak on the political campaign. The Lord Jesus, only in Jamaica, my God, even the dead can get vote. Because what you see happening in Northeast sentence, when that people go lament panic. But it's another dead woman again. And these are the things we need to cut out our politics, where people vote for a long time leader or one dead leader. Come on, my people. Voting for dead leader. Voting for leader 40 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Voting for dead people. I mean, when them come with Ernest Simmet daughter, they came in the name of Shaini Robinson. They have not done anything for you. And they might come with this little other scammer again in the name of Shaini Robinson. Nothing sentence people own a love dopey so. Own not afraid. Own a love dopey so. Out of a vote for no living picnic, naughty sentence people. And vote for no picnic future, no grandchildren, them future. Una go back, go vote for the dead woman again, naughty sentence people? Like, seriously? Tell me if it makes sense. Get up every day and vote for the dead woman what don't make no sense and don't benefit. Una make it make sense, naughty sentence. Lawrence Wood, Mike Henry is bedridden. Mike Henry should have left politics long time. The country should never be paying Mike Henry for lay down on bed. The constituency shouldn't be unrepresented for 8 years. Because 2016, Mike Henry should never have run. But Andrew wanted JLP safe seat. So Andrew will make a shadow run to secure his safe seat. Naughty sentence people. How much dope you now go vote for? How much dope you now go vote for naughty sentence people? Hope when you call upon the dopey them and you know so the dopey them don't respond, you know. When you know say Shaini Robinson dead, she can't help you know. So make sure when you go to the poll and vote for Shaini Robinson. When you make sure when you have a problem, when you go to Shaini Robinson with it. When you say so, you come to Marsha with it and none of that never work. Because when you vote for Shaini, Marsha don't own nothing. Marsha Simmet never own nothing. Marsha Simmet never have to do nothing for no. Marsha Simmet get a blight and she take a blight. But you cannot continue to vote for Shaini Robinson. Voting for the legacy of a good woman is not going to develop your community and your constituency. It just won't work. The Labour Party shouldn't have your undying support if they don't care about your community. Because you're not voting on policy. You're voting on diarism and your ego and your tribal support. And that's not a vote, Pam. That is why nothing is happening. And as long as we continue like that, nothing will happen. I regularly tell you all, selling your votes to politicians is a business transaction. There wasn't a promise as to what you're going to do for me over this 4 or 5 years period if I have given you my vote. You gladly take 5, 10, or 13,000 Jamaican dollars and you give up your vote. The business transaction between you and the politician ends when you get your money and you cast your vote. The politician owes you nothing else. He owes you nothing else because it wasn't on a promise. There wasn't a promise to perform. They paid for a service. If they come to you with promises and policies and you vote for them on a promise to perform. In law, you would call that something like a promissory estoppel. But when you hand over money for a service, or someone hand over money for a service, and that service is being performed, whereby the politician would hand over the money to you to vote for them, performing the service by you voting for them. The contractual arrangement between you and the politician is done deal. It's signed off. He paid you, you voted for him. The deal is done. He can well tell you whenever time after he wins, I paid you for your vote. Because that's literally what it is. But if he promises you that I'm going to make sure the water in your community or the section of road in your community is being fixed. Let's listen to Angela Brown Burke a bit.
Through the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, I see you have helped 7,000 plus households. UNICEF is another 7,000 households, and through the UN program is another 3,000 plus. That is about 17,000 households. Plus, of the 5,000 that you're still working through, you said there's at least another 3,500 that are not, that you haven't accounted for. So that would probably make it to what now, 20,000. I'm just trying to do the numbers, especially because you have said that you have completed 14,500 household damage assessments. So I'm trying to just make the numbers add up. Yeah, so I wanted to ask that. 2 weeks are left, during which you're making this additional call for individuals to visit their local Social Security offices if they have not yet reported or if no one has come to see them. And I wanted to ask, yes, it's them coming in, but is there also a more active program, including the officers, in terms of them being on the road? Yes, and how do we manage that? So that's one. That's that. I also wanted to add my voice, as you did, Minister, to all the individuals who have provided support. There have been a number of NGOs, a number of just Jamaicans at home and abroad who have used their own funds to really contribute to the relief. And I believe that that is who we are at the core, and that should be commended at all times. I think that those are the questions that I had, Minister. You don't know what question?
Thank you, member. As it relates to anyone who is reporting any challenge or concern, yes, we have a process that ensures that once you visit our parish office,
tell your papa to
we
give
will
back the
record
people them
that
their
information.
stolen land.
Take your name, your information to ensure that we can.
The people at St. Thomas
And I must tell you that
could do well with the whole part of the land where your papa thief. Give and there that dunce one. What the young thing she learn to do is how to twirl in front of camera. Did anybody know he was going to be out of the country again? All these activities. Who is out of the country again, Debbie? Andrew out of the country? No, man, JLP supporters them are big time dons, not telling a lie. Having said that though, on a PNP violent, the PNP them violent. You see the Labour them dons, but PNP, when them a come after you vile. But the Labour them super dons. I mean super dons. Eh, in the New York, how convenient. New York, we don't hear to the Prime Minister thief, but never mind, the all are not thief. We don't use them figure here to go thief iridium at the moment in it, America, because you don't want peace in a Haiti, America. All you want is a level of calm where you can get to go dig iridium out of the mountains in a Haiti. You couldn't give a task, America. Why do you think so much of your guns end up into a country where can barely feed themselves, America? How did you think so much of your guns end up there? But because you have lucky like Andrew, because right now what not doing in America. Meanwhile, una go to Haiti, so una go try to bring stability to Haiti. You are the same one that is pumping the illegal guns and bullets into Haiti, America, for fuel. What is going on there? Because where there is chaos, America, you benefit from natural resources. Am I lying, America? So, like how you want to get rid of with drugs, we want to get rid of your guns. Let us meet each other halfway, America. Let us meet each other halfway. You want to get rid of with drugs, we want to get rid of your gun. Let's meet each other halfway. But you can walk on the rules road here. When you look at your bloody hands, America, of what your guns have done around the world, what your guns have done in your country. The democracy, America, that you have spread across the world with this missile. The freedoms, America, from the bullets of your AK-47. Do you remember them? So don't come out here, come talk like you're an immoral judge, America. Or America have any moral to speak about anything right, just, or decent. I beg to differ, America. You don't have credibility, so you can't talk. You cannot speak. Anyway, my people, I know me never sleep last night because I'm sick. Last night, I'm in a sleep since morning because I did go park and I come on early. Thing we come here one damning report about the Prime Minister. Cliff them just make it up and cook it up. But ask yourself the question though. Why Cliff them make up such a blunder upon the Prime Minister? Something is not adding up, but I'm sure you know them can't hide it for too long. So whatever is been hidden in the dark will come out in light. Make sure you join Debbie Jervis later as she will be going to breakdown of these numbers, something that I don't even understand a way. Them right there. So me going to have to go over Debbie this evening myself to go understand what the hell is going on there. So we're not going to come back for 11 o'clock because it's in another hour and 10 minutes or so that the people's point of view would have started. We came early just in case anything brew hard because we brought wreath for the Prime Minister this evening. And we still is going to leave the Prime Minister's wreath because he is certainly going to need him read them because the trajectory of your leadership, Andrew Holness, is quite one that is dead in the water. And anyone on, especially in the UK, if you not look read for buy, you can get in touch with me. If you're looking for read to buy, you can get in touch with me. We do artificial reads in the UK here. So you can get in touch with me. I put on to a business compatriot. So thank you very much. And join us back tomorrow for our At a Glance program, where if anything crops up, we will know and hear about it. But we all need to press the fuse and CVM and thingy rather about the lies that they and the propaganda and the whole social media narrative that they have been running for days now. Hold on, let me see how I go on your stuff.
Honorable Mr. Andrew Holness, Prime Minister for the years 2019 to 2022, in respect of concerns that he owns assets disproportionate to his lawful earnings and that he made false statements in his statutory declarations by way of omissions contrary to the law, was included in cover letter dated September 5, 2024, and this was inadvertently omitted from the announcement list, as was raised by the opposition, and we regret any inconvenience that this may have caused.
Understand that, Farin?
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness.
Move your blood clot fire, no sorry people. Hey, don't make me tell you about what this evening. Sorry, my viewers, I'm very sorry.
Be making a personal statement under Section 18 of the Standing Orders.
Members, Section 18, and I want to read this so that everyone has a clear understanding. Section 18, personal explanation. With the leave of the Speaker and by the indulgence of the House, a member may make a personal explanation, although there be no question before the House. But no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may be debated, arised upon the explanation.
Let's get
at this time, as Speaker of the House, standing in today, in accordance to the Standing Order 18, I hereby grant the Most Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, the right to make that personal statement. Prime Minister, you now have the floor.
Yes, so much we not accept the kind of go so a PhD not doing 2 years.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your permission, and thank you, members, for your indulgence. Mr. Speaker, on Thursday, September 5th, 2024, the Integrity Commission submitted an investigation report, ruling, and special report to Parliament concerning an investigation into my statutory declarations for the year 2021. The reports have now been tabled, and I have since had a chance to read the concluding paragraphs of the ruling of the Director of Corruption Prosecution, the 5-page summary, and peruse the recommendations and conclusions, while acknowledging that the report together totals just under 200 pages. The parts that I have read appear to give a sufficient sense of the findings. First, I welcome the fact that the report is finally tabled 2 years since this process began. I also take note of the fact that the Commission tabled both the report and the ruling of the Director of Corruption Prosecution at the same time. The last time this was not done. Based on what is said in the summary, queries were triggered because it is alleged that I had omitted bank accounts from my declarations. And one of these accounts was incorrectly reported as a US dollar balance by a financial institution. These matters were cleared as the accounts in question, by my recollection, were dormant, previously reported, and the balance in them were around Jamaican $3,000 and 200 euros. Subsequently, my declaration were once again referred for further scrutiny for accuracy and completeness. Other accounts were identified and alleged to be belonging to me, but undeclared. Some of these accounts were opened by my parents as far back as 1975, and my name later added, probably while I was still a child. Many Jamaicans add their children to their accounts for survivorship reasons and in the event of emergencies. I have never claimed these as my assets, and I am satisfied that the Director of Corruption Prosecution ruled that there was insufficient evidence to support claims that I intentionally omitted bank accounts from my declarations, and that there is greater evidence to support my explanation as opposed to evidence to the contrary. I also note that no other matter in the report was referred to the authorized authority, that is, the Director of Corruption Prosecution. The summary of the report outlined that my personal financial affairs from 2018 to 2023 was examined, including associate private third-party businesses and transactions. Over 3,600 transactions were examined, 28 bank accounts, over 80 witness statements collected. This effort to pursue me and my affairs led to the hiring of an international forensic accounting examiner for 6 months. As far as I'm aware, only my 2021 declaration was submitted for investigation. After this most thorough interrogation of my personal affairs, which is not in any way connected to public funds or a benefit resulting from my office, they were unable to conclude regarding illicit enrichment. Nonetheless, they concluded that in one of the 5 years they examined, 2022, there was unexplained growth in my net worth of 1.9 million Jamaican dollars, or less than 1% of my total net assets. I reject this finding based on materiality and significance. And while I have not had a chance to fully review the specifics of their calculations, just a cursory review of their formula, I have seen an error in figures they have used in their calculations. And therefore, I challenge this finding on incorrect use of data. I reject the finding that I acquired an asset for which the source of funds is not adequately explained. The Commission, in its own report, pointed out that this whole episode started with an incorrect statement from a bank. It started with an incorrect statement from a bank. A bank gave a balance verification that I had funds in US dollars, which was incorrect. So too was the asset in question, the subject of errors by the financial institution that managed the asset. While I authorized the transaction, from the outset of the acquisition of the asset in 2019, I was unaware that the financial institution had assigned an amount in error to my account from an associated company. A year later, the investment instrument, a bond, was called by the issuer, and the financial institution made another error and pooled my funds with the associated company. As soon as I discovered this pooling, which is acknowledged in the report, I alerted the institution and instructed that the accounts be correctly separated. However, the initial incorrect assignment was not corrected at that time. I only became aware of the discrepancy when the institution alerted me in June of this year. And once it was brought to my attention, the funds incorrectly assigned to my account in 2019 was rectified. I also reject claims in the report that I have hindered the examination of my declarations by not supplying information requested. Let it be known that I have complied with any obligation placed on me within the law. As far as I am aware, the company with which I am directly associated is compliant and up to date with its filings. Mr. Speaker, I have been involved in political life for more than 30 years. Yes, more than 30 years. And I have been elected in this house for 27 years. It always gives me a sense of great pride, but also a sense of humility to consider that, I grew up in a 2-bedroom board house at 56 Cumberland Road.
So that doesn't mean say you have Spanish
Town. I don't wear my background as a badge or try to exploit it or exploit my humble beginnings for political sympathy. I don't do it. I don't do it because I believe in working for what you have, regardless of where you come from. And Mr. Speaker, I have worked hard.
Jesus Christ.
People
stealing can't be hard work, Prime Minister. Come on now.
They don't know the hours, the nights, the hard work. They don't know.
You see them something me cuss bad word. You see how me go cuss this evening. You see how me
I have
go
worked
cuss
hard, wisely and honestly to achieve whatever I have. I never had a gold spoon, and I have never depended on the public purse.
How you not depend on public
Indeed.
purse? John Crow, you pay your student loan yet?
I gave up my salary.
No.
I gave up the salary due, the salary increase due to prime ministers.
Oops.
In solidarity with all the people who are challenged to make ends meet with their own income. I didn't take it and pretend to give it to entities that
You
are
might show what
in my
Palmer
interest.
golden, you know.
No. On principle, I didn't take it.
Ah, Jesus.
I have the privilege, I consider it a privilege, Mr. Speaker, and awesome responsibility of leading this country, and I take it seriously. Regardless of the attempts to distract me and unnecessarily consume my time, I have never lost focus on ensuring a stable, resilient, and growing economy, reducing unemployment.
I see you, baby. Shaking that thing. Shaking that thing. Cow and gate follow on milk. Here comes Happy.
Yeah, come in. Harm to my reputation.
Something they need to stop boldness.
The weaponization of accusations of corruption is nothing new in politics. However, even the most skeptical onlooker must conclude that the handling of this matter, the time it has taken, the public resources used to pursue it, raise cause for concern.
You hear my go after the Integrity Commission now? This is going after the commission.
While I will not pursue the view that this was politicized, I believe it is commonly agreed that the law governing the Integrity Commission is in urgent need of revision.
You urgently need to step down and your thieving wife and your go-go dancing mama. Hey, that man is irritating. Very irritating.
Of its operations does weaken its credibility. And we must do everything to ensure that the appropriate laws are in place to prevent the politicization of the Commission and to support the Commission in its work. We must also ensure that the Commission itself
Jamaica,
is
this
efficient
is disgraceful.
and pays due regard to the use of public funds
on the Integrity Commission
and the time and resources required of public officials to comply. To this end, the law must ensure that the work of the Commission focuses on relevant, significant, and material issues. Mr. Speaker, I will take legal advice on this report and its recommendations, including recommendations for referral.
Thief, come through it. Come through it, thief.
Mr. Speaker,
pickpocket boy.
I will continue to pray to
Gunman,
God
gangster,
for guidance and strength
racketeering,
as I continue
human
to
trafficker.
lead Jamaica.
Come through it. Jamaica, this is fucking irritating. They're gonna couple bad word there today, Jamaica. They're gonna a few bad words. This piece of narrow-minded shit shouldn't be given the opportunity to come to our parliament, given the chance, drugs dealer, to tell lies, bash the Integrity Commission, and nobody can ask the pussy any question. Where is this going, Jamaica? Where is this really going? Did you see the bullyism from the Prime Minister just now? Did you see the attack on the Integrity Commission? The Prime Minister is not in agreement with their ruling. The Prime Minister will take legal advice. Jamaica, I don't understand why I want to. Me lose it now, you know. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Hold on then.
The business today, I now ask that the House be adjourned to a date to be fixed.
At this time, there is no.
A bully is him this, you know. Look, we all turn them off because we don't want to hear them anymore. When you see the bully behavior, where the Prime Minister came to Parliament, bullied us, throw cold water over the Integrity Commission, try to mix up and nullifies the Integrity Commission report to protect your crime, your drug dealing, and your illegal money laundering scheme and wholeness. Don't you think the best thing to do would have to step down after this disgrace this evening? You not accepting the findings of the Integrity Commission and the wholeness don't make you innocent or doesn't make it not true. Maybe because you just checking for bullet them like how you bullet one of them already. Did you not? Badman and the wholeness, come take legal advice to sue me. Did you not order somebody from the Integrity Commission to be shot? I'm going to put in the name here quickly. At the man of the Integrity Commission where did get shot and the briefcase taken. Did you not order that shooting and the wholeness? Who else you think would want to shut up the Integrity Commission and the wholeness? Who else you think would want to shut them up? You criminal. Any leader with integrity, any leader with human decency and wholeness would have tendered their resignation this evening. Jamaica Labour Party, you all have no credibility. All of you over there go roll and walla over Twitter now. Roll and walla in your mockery grave, you dull, sod, dunce, silly old fools. What is there to defend? If this man has any integrity, Andrew say him work hard. When you stand up at night, I do Andrew. I talk to the drugs dealer them per phone. I talk to the gangster them. How much I will come shoot up tomorrow? What? Andrew Wholeness. The late night, what you talk about? What have you done other than stealing money, Prime Minister, from Ministry of Education days to now? Remember, so you get your way into your constituency by fraud at your first election, Prime Minister. What is he talking about? Does anyone know? Because I'm not sure. Humble beginnings. A lot of people who come from humble beginnings turn out as thief and wholeness. But if Jamaicans allow you to continue like this, them soon start yam dog and puss like the people of Springfield. It was disgraceful, Ryan Evans and the wholeness for your order. Shot Ryan Evans and take him briefcase. Make we send a warning to the rest of them. Say, be careful how hard you go at the Prime Minister. Is it not? Andrew Wholeness, you criminal, you drug dealer, you illegal gun smuggler as a Prime Minister. You pervert as a Prime Minister. You involved in organ harvesting and human trafficking as a Prime Minister. How much did you invest in the container of AK-47 that Horace Chang bring into our country? Andrew Wholeness must resign. Andrew Wholeness doesn't have the credibility to continue to lead our country. Andrew Wholeness and his 40-yard bunch of thieves must go. The Prime Minister does not have the credibility to continue to lead. The Prime Minister is not trustworthy. The Prime Minister has failed on integrity. The report never do good to you, Prime Minister. Make we bring the reports into focus here. I'm not even going to read them. You're all going to have to read them for yourselves. but they're all up now on the IC website, where you can go and read through them yourself. So when you go up on the IC website, this is where you find them, where it says investigation report. So when you go to the IC website, it's under the bit that says investigation reports, and investigation, that's letter 1. And it sets out the galangin and the galangin. I'm not even going to read them now, because I don't have the time. But you can screenshot what's on the screen for those of you who, if you're not going to have problem finding it on the IC site, you can do a quick screenshot so you can read for yourself. Let me roll up the next page. You can screenshot and read for yourself. Keep it as evidence for yourself as to what was said. So when you talk about the Prime Minister report, you can refer to details from the report. Okay. These are investigation report, blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot to go through. But if anyone wants to have the copy of the report, they can just text me and I will forward you a PDF copy. And this is letter 2 of the report. But as I said, I'm in the reading mood. Maybe over the week, we'll probably tomorrow. Yeah, probably do a show on this tomorrow. I don't know if the morning show or Drive Time London. We'll go to looking at aspect of the reports. Yeah. We'll go to the background of the we'll go to the reports tomorrow, car. Me anwa over nearly 2 hours now, so my brain tired. Yeah, over 2 hours back. The cover. This is the what? Yeah, another part of this one of the letter for the letter for the special report. But as I said, we'll go through it tomorrow. The Prime Minister is disputing. If anyone wants to read it tonight, it's on the IC website. If you can't find it, text me and I'll forward it to you. But tomorrow, in a more clearer brain, then we'll read through the report. But it is nevertheless a damning report for the Prime Minister. No matter how much the Prime Minister tried to waddle and swindle his way out of things, the explanation given of the Prime Minister about bank account were probably open for him a teenager or whatever. Prime Minister, please see a bit of reduction in this paragraph. Probably when reading the account, the proper, and or maybe this bond account, account manager. Maybe these are linked to the action you took to provide information concerning accounts held in NCB, Imperium, and Positive. So this paragraph may be these 4 redactions, maybe the 4 account. So the details where we hear Cliff was leaking, it come from these documents. These documents that we're going through now, the document that where you hear Cliff and George was leaking from. This was the report that Juliet gave them access to. That's why, what is it, the special report or the addendum? I think this is the addendum. The addendum would be an additional document that is prepared after the original report for publication. So this would sound like where the information them will come up in some of them, yeah, would be where Cliff Hughes them get them information from. So check the Gleaner. You say Gary Mosley. Hold on, let me see the Gleaner. I say, how you do, Gary Mosley? You all right? Check the Gleaner. Hold on. Hold on. My head tired. My head tired. The head tired. Yes, the head tired. Prime Minister Andrew Holness say he will be challenging several findings in the Integrity Commission report into his income and asset declaration, citing error made by the entity. I reject this finding, Holness said in the House of Representatives on Tuesday during a statement to Parliament. Holness also said he will be seeking legal advice in relation to the content of the report and the referral to other investigative body. Was that what you want me to look at? Hold on. Holness reject finding of IC. I have worked hard, wisely, and honestly to achieve whatever I have. I never had gold spoon, and I have never depend on any public purse. Is that so true, though, Prime Minister? What about your delinquency in your student loan? What about the delinquency in your student loan, Prime Minister? What about the perks that you would get as a Prime Minister, the things that you claim for behind that big salary that you are getting, the expenses you claim for? Is that not living from the public purse, Prime Minister? I don't know. I'm just asking. Prime Minister Holness has not explained the movement of millions of dollars among connected companies. Hey, Gleaner Paratos. The Gleaner is saying the Integrity Commission has flagged the movement of millions of dollars. Debbie McCase and go do your show. Them are done for Debbie McCase and go do your show because when it comes to the money part, Debbie have to go to the charge overhead. Hold on there. The Integrity Commission has flagged the movement of millions of dollars among companies connected to Prime Minister Andrew Holness, which it said has not fully explained. One instance involved 72 million transferred from Positive Media Limited to Imperium Limited. What a cacophony going on. No criminal charge for Prime Minister Andrew Holness unreported accounts. PM Andrew Holness asset and income cannot be certified without FID probe integrity commissions. Prime Minister, it don't look good. It don't look good, Prime Minister. Just like TD Jake, Prime Minister, you have been swallowed up swallowed up in corruption, Prime Minister. You have been swallowed up. Hmm? Integrity Commission reporting to Prime Minister Andrew Holness Income and Asset Declaration 2019 to 2022 released. So, Prime Minister, you know, we're going to try over you. I'm not even sure if me now come back for the night. If the devil hit me the right kick, me Wayne Thomas. If the devil hit me the right kick out your Andrew Holness, I will be coming back tonight. Our Carlos, the Carlos gone live yet, you're still there, Carlos? Anyway, me go end now, people, because Debbie is going to come. Debbie, you go come, how quick you go come now, innit? Debbie is going to come and make sense of some of them money problem you have. You don't know me not good with. If the devil hit me a kick, come back with, because me not sleep. All right, me will see how the devil cheat me, because they wind me up this evening. So me go end now. Debbie Jervis is going to do some of the money calamity, what the no said me can do. And then if the devil hit me the right kick, I probably come back about 12:30. So no, not now. Me I look on the money part real good. Okay, Debbie, I look on the money part real good. May I go take a little breather then and try come back around 12:30. Make we rub out Andrew Holness and him corruption. Drunk row, time for you resign. You don't have the credibility to get no respect for the more way again. Criminal, drunk row, time to go. The country fed up of you. Peace of XY Shrighty. Anyway, my people, thank you very much for being here with us. Keep an eye on the notification. We're just going to come back out and come and rub the Prime Minister later and make sure we enforce the Prime Minister stepping down. But we watch this how it go. If Debbie or Carlos live within that time, we now go come on. But we see how it go, but swallowed up. Prime Minister Holness, swallowed up in corruption. Thank you and good night from Global Television Group.